Hey guys, it's GoldenSteelTV here. We're back with another Liberty City video. Not gonna be a firefighter this time. Instead, I'll be working as a DOTS worker, or Department of Transportation, as it stands for. Now, it's been a while since I last did a video as the DOT worker. Oh fuck. Why does that happen to me? When I barely load the game. Oh man. But don't worry. Let's hope the game loads properly so that we can get started. I have a lot to talk about in sports, including the NBA Finals and the draft. So I'll get to that in just a sec. I'll get to all these things in just a sec. All right. But first, I want to show you the new new vehicle that was introduced to this game a while back, but I haven't had the chance to show you until now. This is the bucket truck. It is a versatile vehicle. It can respond to anything. It can't tow vehicles though, unfortunately, but don't worry about the guy that looks like Trump over there. Don't worry. Alright, anyways, back to what I was saying. It doesn't tow vehicles, sadly, but it is a versatile truck and can do anything. And it has it has a bucket so that when I fix the broken street lights, I can use the I can operate the bucket and use that to perform that task of fixing the street lights. So yeah. Alright. Anyways, enough of the that's blunt. Enough blabbering about what the bucket truck does. Let's get to what I want to talk about now. Okay. Alright, the conference finals. Alright. The Celtics swept the Pacers in 4 games. All games in that series except for the other one were close games. The Celtics were no match. The Pacers just couldn't win against the Celtics, who were just better than them, and the Pacers, I don't know how they ended. Yeah, they only got to the Eastern Conference Finals just because the next team was all banged up. But yeah, well, it was commendable for the Pacers to keep those games close, but they just couldn't beat the Celtics at all in this series. Why the fuck are these people trying to fuck with my truck? Alright. Only one game was a blowout. Tyrese Halliburton getting hurt by injuring his hamstring was the final nail in the coffin for the Pacers, as they ended up getting swept by the Celtics, who have made it to the finals against the Mavs. In the Western Conference Finals, the Mavs gave the Wolves a gentleman's sweep. The Wolves, after taking down the Suns in the sweep and taking the second round against the defending champion Nuggets to 7 games and beating them, the Wolves momentum stopped right there when they ran into the Mavs. It was their first Western Conference Finals appearance since 2004, when they still had KG. But the entire team underwhelmed, both statistically and when you and by the eye, and in terms of the eye test. That in the yeah that yeah all games except for the last one were close games, and they couldn't close them out. In Game 4, though, they managed to avoid getting swept by winning Game 4, but the next game, they were blown out, and the Mavs ended up winning the series with a gentleman sweep to go to make it to their first final since 2011. That year, the Mavs took down the Heat with the big three of LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. But 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 the big three was unable to take down Dirk, who who much to everybody's much to everybody's satisfaction won his first and only ring with the Mavs. One of the most satisfying finals victories by any team in history. And it was a humiliating one for LeBron, who ended up getting pilloried after that series. That wasn't the only time the Mavs made it to the finals, though. They made it to the finals before in 2006, again against the Heat. And the Heat won that one though. And it was also marred by controversy because of the many free throws the Heat took in the games they played against each other. Which is why some people believe that the series was rigged. Right. So that's the history of the Mavs in the finals. The Celtics, on the other hand, have made it to the finals numerous times and have won, I think, 18 championships during their entire existence. So yeah, that's the history of those teams in the finals. Who will win in the finals? Um, the Celtics have a greater chance of winning that one. They're both balanced in both offense and defense. And in the two games they played each other in the regular season, Boston won all of them. And yeah, if the Celtics win that one, that would be easy. But there will be some people who won't be happy about it just because the team with one of with numerous championships won another ring. But beggars can't be choosers. As for the Mavs, they're gonna have to work their hardest to put a battle against the Celtics in the finals. since Boston is better than Dallas. And yeah. That matchup is also a grudge match, as Kristaps is on the Celtics and was a former Mav, and Kyrie is a Mav and a former Celtic. His tenure with the Celtics was awkward, which left a bad taste in the mouth for Celtics fans, who to this day continue to hate on him and will boo him every time he steps on the Celtics court, no matter what team he's playing for. So yeah. How would I feel if the Celtics win? I'd be fine with it. There are players on that team who would who would be happy who I would be happy to see win a ring. Again, like I said, there there will be some fans who won't be happy about the Celtics winning a title just because they've won so many championships over the years. But still, just be happy for if they do win. Be happy for the players who worked their hardest to get there. As for the Mavs, if they do upset the Celtics in the finals, I'd be happy. I'm not gonna lie, this is the first time I'm admitting this. I'm a Luka fan, and he would seeing him winning a ring would be satisfying to see. To be honest with you. All right, so that's all about this final. That's all I want to talk about regarding the finals. As I'm continuing my grind. So we'll see how the finals will go down. Alright. And let's see who will take the Larry O'Brien trophy. Right. And also, sad news about Bill Walton. Rest in peace to Bill Walton. For those who don't know, he played for the Trailblazers, with whom he won a ring in 1977. Sadly, injuries derailed his career, but he managed to revitalize his career with the Celtics, winning a championship with them in 1986, and also winning the Sixth Man of the Year award to cap off his career. He won MVP in 1978, while still with the Blazers. After his playing days came to an end, he became an announcer for both the NBA and later college basketball, particularly the Pac-12. Bill Walton will sorely be missed. Rest in peace. Alright, enough basketball talk for now. Just wanna come back here just to take a much needed break from the grind. Alright. Okay. Alright. I've been wanting to talk about this since it happened recently, but I just haven't had time for that. But now I'll talk about it. Alright. The 2024 NFL Draft. It started off with the Bears using the #1 pick for the first time since 1947 to draft Caleb Williams out of USC. They also drafted with the 9th pick to Rom Aduns out of University of Washington. The Bears taking the quarterback and the receiver in the first round has been sweet. The Bears haven't had much luck with the quarterback position since Sid Luckman back in the 1940s. But that team has been rebuilding and so far has been doing an admirable job with rebuilding the team, and they brought in veterans and decent players during the rebuild, and these two guys that they drafted will be put in a good situation. If all things go well, they should help the Bears get over the hump and bring them back to their glory days. I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but I want to be. But as a Bears fan, as some of you may or may not know, if you do know by now, now you know. As a Bears fan, I'm looking forward to see what they do, and hopefully, if everything goes right, they will have a brighter future, and hopefully they will rise. Hopefully they will rise up. All right. Okay. continuing on with the draft, the next two picks were both quarterbacks, namely Jaden Daniels, who was taken out of LSU by the Commanders. Jaden Daniels who is put into a situation of a team that's recovering from the Dan Snyder era, and with new ownership and the new coach and and Dan Quinn. The situation he's put in is confusing if I'm honest, but we'll see what Jaden Will Daniels will do in Washington. All right. The next one was Drake May out of UNC, taken by the Patriots. Unlike Williams and Daniels, who were put into better pleasant situations that their teams are having. Although for Daniels, I said it was confusing, since they're trying to rebuild and are stuck in the middle of no man's land. The Patriots situation that May is getting into is a perilous one. Bill Belichick left. The team has been in shambles since the dynasty came to an end. The receiver core there isn't good, and most of the leftovers from the dynasty have retired or joined other teams. It's so May is put into a hopeless situation. I know I don't want to say that word, but that situation he's been put in, he will have to deal with a lot of struggles that come ahead for him on that team. I'll be happy if I'm proven wrong, but we'll just see what happens with him in New England. All right. The Cardinals drafted Marvin Harrison Jr., the son of Marvin, Hall of Fame receiver Marvin Harrison, who played for the Colts and won a Super Bowl ring with them. More picks to talk about. The Falcons surprised everybody by drafting Michael Penix Jr. out of the University of Washington. It was surprising because they just signed Kirk Cousins to a hefty new contract, and for them to draft a quarterback when they already signed one over the offseason threw everybody off. I'm not gonna lie, I was blindsided when I saw them drafting Penix Jr. It's similar to the Jordan Love situation, though both of these situations have major differences with each other. The difference is Jordan Love was relatively young when he got drafted. I think he was 21 at the time, or 22. On the other hand, Penix Jr. is 24 years old and has a history of devastating injuries, including a torn ACL a couple years back. And Jordan Love has managed to make fans owe an apology to the Packers front office by actually being great. He's not elite yet, but he's getting up there. But, but by the time Kirk Cousins retires or joins another team, Penance will be 28 years old and much older at that point. So this situation is completely different. This is the Falcons surprising everybody by drafting a quarterback who is 24 years old and won't even start, and will have to wait a few years to start. So yeah. It's, I'll be happy if Penance proves everybody wrong, but we'll just have to see how the situation will go down from here. Alright. More quarterbacks were taken in the draft. The Vikings took J.J. McCarthy out of the University of Michigan, who just won the national title. And the next quarterback to be drafted was Bo Nix, drafted by the Broncos. Is there any more picks I'd like to talk about? It took until the 15th pick for a defensive player to get drafted, as all the first 14 picks were offensive players. And yeah. So other than the players that I've mentioned that were taken in the first round, there are some honorable mentions I'd like to get to. Kool-Aid McKinstry. Yes, his first name is Kool-Aid. But he's a cornerback who was taken by the Saints in the second round. Brendan Rice, who was taken late in the draft, and is the son of Jerry Rice, another Hall of Fame receiver, and Christian McCaffrey's brother, Luke, was also taken late in the draft. Alright, just testing out the cone truck, just to show you guys for a second, as I'm taking another break. So that's everything I want about the NFL, about the 2024 NFL draft that I want to get to. I know there's a lot to talk about the draft, but I'm just sticking to quarterbacks and a few notable players coming out of it that aren't the QB that I want to talk about. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna talk about regarding the draft. Alright. One more thing in the NFL I want to talk about. The Chiefs celebrating their Super Bowl 58 victory has been marred by players getting in trouble for one reason or another. The Chiefs receiver, Rashee Rice, was involved in a car accident his car. The only reason he got involved was because the car that was involved in the accident was registered to him, and there was a video of him standing among the aftermath of the accident, and he fled the scene. He ended up surrendering to authorities soon after. He also got into another incident in which a photographer got assaulted while he was at the nightclub. He got charged for it, but the charges ended up getting dropped. And the troubles don't stop there though. The Chiefs kicker, Harrison Butker, landed himself in hot water when he gave a commencement speech at the Benedictine College in Kansas, when he made controversial remarks about women and LGBT people uh, in the speech. Needless to say, and suffice to say, the controversial remarks he made about women and LGBT people in the speech were ended up get ended up bringing him backlash and a lot of heat for what he said. Not gonna go into full details about the speech, but yeah. But yeah. His the things he said in the speech were not well received. Needless to say. However, that's not the end. That wasn't the end of the Chiefs' troubles during the offseason. Um, Xavier Worthy's car got stolen just as less than a month after he got drafted by the team. Um, Also, not long after, two other Chiefs players got arrested for possession of weed, but that's not the only. But unfortunately, the off-season woes haven't stopped there. The Chiefs defensive tackle Isaiah Buggs had an arrest warrant out for him when he was charged for animal cruelty for when he was charged with animal cruelty for allegedly mistreating his dogs. He ended up turning himself in not long after, and yeah. With all these troubles involving the Chiefs players plaguing the team, yeah, it's sad to see that the team that's coming off a Super Bowl win get get entrenched in lots of controversy and scandals just because their players got in got in trouble or unfortunately became victims of something happening to them or said things that people didn't agree with. That's everything about the Chiefs' off-season woes that they're dealing with. And I know that by the time this video gets made, another Chiefs player could get in trouble for some dumb shit or whatever, but yeah. Let's hope the players learn their lessons from whatever shit they're doing. And try to be careful out there, you know. Alright. But since we're still in the middle of the off season, more things could surface. And this is only just all the things I explained are just the tip of the are just scratching the surface. But hopefully the Chiefs players learn their lessons and try not to do dumb shit and let's hope they try to be careful with whatever they're doing. Okay. So that's all about the NFL I want to talk about for now. So, alright. The grind continues. Alright. Right. Right. Alright. I finished all GTA 5 missions. And don't worry. The last mission I did was the dirt way. Not the missions where you have to kill either Trevor or Michael. I haven't done GTA 5 videos in a long while. I've run out of ideas with what to do next in the GTA 5 videos, and also since the game's popularity has declined. GTA 6 will come out in 2026. However, the game will only be played on the PS5 and on the Xbox Series X. So sadly and unfortunately, I won't be able to play it on the PS4, which I currently use. So that's bad news about GTA 6. I'm excited about the game coming out, but I'm disappointed that it won't be on GTA. Oh, it won't be available on the PS4. Alright. Alright. So this is how the bucket truck works. Alright. What I do is alright. Try to rotate so I'm able to fix the street light. Alright. I'm trying to put it into the proper position so that I can do my work. Alright. Alright. Oh man. Alright, don't worry, I got it. We're in the right position. Don't worry. I was able to do my job. I can't get everything perfect, but I'm doing what I can to make my own life easier. Alright. Right. Yeah. I'm trying to grind towards getting the neutral truck that I've been wanting to get. It's supposed to be smaller than the bigger one, and it should make my towing job easier once I get it. Yeah, I'll continue the grind off camera. When I have time, I'll try to show the grind I'll try to show more of my grind on camera when I have time and the energy to do so. Alright. Alright, there we go. Got it working. Alright. Oh man, running out of things to talk about. Yeah, that's what happens when I do a long video. once you talk about everything you want to talk about, you don't know what else to talk about. So your brain will fart trying to come up with whatever you want. Will trying to come up with whatever topic you want to move. You want to discuss. Right. Right. Oh, I want to talk about Siege for a little bit. The Siege video will probably be made during the finals, as the finals will last for 3 weeks, unless there's a sweep or a gentleman sweep. I might have time to do a Siege video, but I can't guarantee it, since things might come up that are either within my control or out of control. Still, be on the lookout for when it does eventually come out. I promise you, the Siege video will be made around this month. Most likely late, late. Most likely at the end of by the end of the month, or by the beginning of July. We'll see. Yeah. Right. Right. I wanna stop the grind for now, but oh my fucking god, but those new calls keep coming up. Alright, don't worry, I'm here. After this call, unless another one comes up, I'll call it. Alright. 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 My work is done. I'm gonna go back to the dot building where I'm gonna call it a day. Alright. Alright. I've grinded so much in this video, and I'll continue to grind both on and off camera. On camera when I can and when I have time, but off camera most of the time. But right now, I want to end the video right here. So as always, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.